Yes, people. Yes, people. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. I'm going to do a quick little rundown of the three biggest factors of this week, guys, which is going to be DXY, well, the US dollar to be precise. Oil's a second, and I'm going to do CAD as well, because obviously where CAD and oil have very similar price action because they have very similar movements in oil. But anyway, let's start off with dollar at the minute, guys. So let's start off with the fundamentals first. As we know from last, we had a huge last week for dollars. Quite confusing week in some forms, as we had a very weak NFP, we had a very weak unemployment, a very weak employment as well. But yet the dollar did not really drop. Didn't drop whatsoever. Also, guys, we have seen last week. We saw Fed pump $2 trillion into the economy as the coronavirus bill. That's a huge form of devaluation. We also saw Fed announce unlimited QE, guys, unlimited dollar printing as another way of stimulating the economy, guys. This is another huge form of devaluation. Yet the dollar is not stopping, guys. I think one of the main reasons for this is because everyone is shorting dollar at the minute. Everybody is shorting dollar, and I think it's almost a bit too much of an obvious move. And you know how the markets goes. The markets are treacherous, mate. They take no prisoners. They don't want everyone to win. It's gonna it's gonna find a way to hit our stop losses on our USD shorts, and then it's gonna drop, guys. So come on, we all know how the game works. Trading is a cruel game, guys. We all know how the game works. I went onto my FX book and to FX Street this morning as well, and the majority of the trader sentiments are shorting dollars. Can't happen. It can't happen, guys. This can't happen. So be expecting. I'm so bearish dollar, guys. You would not even believe how bearish dollar I am, guys. But it's all about waiting for the right time. Yeah, we've seen a bit of a dollar leakage today, especially across EM as well. I did a quick trade on USD earlier, closed it not long ago. So we've seen a nice one there. We've seen a nice few pips made there. Didn't get the best entry, guys, but I did close just above here anyway. But that's relevant. I'm just saying we've seen a slight leakage today, guys. But that's just a retracement. Let's not be fooled. Monday's full of false moves. I'm really looking for, guys. I'm looking for that spike upwards in US dollar. I'm looking. Let's have a look at the DXY. So let's look at our counter trend line here. Let's not look at our big ones. Look at our counter trend line here, guys. I'm really Our previous month candle was fantastic. It was lovely, 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 lovely doji there. Lovely. I'm expecting price to potentially fill the wick. Yep, potentially fill that wick. Come up for a double top here. Then we're dropping, guys. Then we're dropping. Traders need to get stopped out. Everyone's in a dollar short. Everyone's in a dollar short. And I think personally, just from experience and how the market works, when the majority are in a trade, it ain't gonna happen. Even though it will happen eventually, guys. We just need to be patient on this level. So I'm looking for a potential test either from 102 or 1037, and then a big drop to the downside. And the drop I'm seeing, guys, is going to be a phenomenal drop as well. I'm seeing a huge drop. I'm not going to go too much into the ins and outs of the of. I mean, I've told you the basics, the basis of why I think the dollar's going to drop. There's a lot more to it. I'm gonna do a whole video on the bulldozer dollar, as I call it. That's going to come out towards the end of the week, guys. So I've got so much information on that, and I think why the US dollar will not be the bastard currency of the world for much longer, guys. I'll explain that into a lot more depths, guys. So, but for now, we're just having a weekly rundown. So this is what I think of the week. This is what I'm talking about. So I want to see a big spike to the upside, and then I want to see a drop. Then I want to see a drop. I want to see a few stop losses get hit. But guys, let's be honest. I mean, on the 4 hour, it looks like it could drop, guys. But let's not be fooled. Let's not be fooled. Trader sentiments are in a sell. Can't happen. Cannot happen. It just can't. It just can't, guys. The majority don't win. It's a cruel game, as I keep saying. It's a cruel game. But anyway, I'll keep you updated on some of my USD shorts when it gets close to the time. Anyway, but let's move on. I'll give my little two cents on the dollar. Let's talk about oil for now. Oil has been how we've had a mad couple of weeks. Oil, crazy, 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 crazy couple of weeks. So now, so basically, we've seen the trade war with Russia and Saudi, as it's been all over the news, guys. It's been crazy. They've just been producing and producing and producing a record number of oil with such little demand, probably the least demand we've seen in years, all due to the coronavirus. Now let's think about this logically. Guys. Less demand, more production. That equals a low price. Just basic supply and demand, guys. Now this move, you got to remember, the oil price dropping. This doesn't help anyone. This helps no one. The main reason for this move is to eliminate US and shale oil out of the equation. Pretty much, guys, to eliminate US and potentially the US dollar, because Russia and Saudi are very anti-USD, which I'll go into my other bulldozer dollar video, which will come out towards the end of the week, as I said earlier. But that's pretty much why they want the US out of the equation, guys. They want them completely out of the equation. Now, low oil prices are bad for everyone, but for someone, but it's just like a war, guys. Everybody loses in a war. It's just who loses the most. Do you know what I mean? Nobody fully wins. Everyone still has a price to pay. It's just who pays the biggest price. Do you know what I mean? So some economies will be hurt more than others, i.e. the US. Thing with the US is they're heavily involved, they're heavily invested and involved with oil. So the bigger the oil prices drop, the more the US gets hurt, and the more these margin calls get hit with the US companies, guys. Because you're forgetting oil is high yielding, and high yielding assets are very dangerous in this day and age, especially when there's no demand for it at all as well, guys. So just remember that. Now, this huge move from Saudi and Russia shorting the oil, as you can clearly see, there, because obviously it was them shorting it. They're having this debate. They know there's more production going out. It's them shorting it. It's them capitalizing on this. So the US need this oil price higher. How are they going to do it? Let's think. Trump with his bloody annoying fingers. So we'll be expecting some Trump tweets this week trying to cause a surge in oil. I think he attempted last week with stating that Saudi and Russia must come to an agreement because they're both losing. It's a lose-lose. I think by him saying that statement, that caused that huge surge in oil that we saw last week. And also as well, guys, we have an emergency OPEC meeting arranged by Saudi, which is supposed to be today actually, but it got proposed until Thursday after another dispute between Russia and Saudi, which gives even more uncertainty. Now, we also saw Trump making the scenario worse on Friday by threatening Saudi and Russia with the tariffs if they don't come to some sort of agreement. But anyway, regardless of that, let's talk about the OPEC meeting on Thursday. Now, this is going to be great insight to the short-term future of the oil. Now, two outcomes. If we see either side's not making an agreement, we can see oil come back down to our 20s, maybe even teen levels, which is what I expect. Or if they come to some sort of agreement, guys, we'll see price break through our wedge here and probably come to the upside here, but we stay above this sort of 30 level here for the short term, for the short foreseeable future, shall we say. But guys, as I keep saying, I'm very biased short oil. Let's just look at oil from a technical point of view. On this month chart, this wedge is looking, I'm gonna swear, sorry, fucking lovely. We have rejected. Now we've seen that lovely breakthrough. We've come back for the retest here, guys. We've had this spike up to the beautiful retest here. Now I can see prices come back down, potentially these sort of teen levels, guys. This is such an important support level. Look, in 89 it touched, in 99 it touched. This is such a key level, guys. I really can see price coming down to this level. You must remember, guys, 40% of the world is in lockdown. 40%. No one's using their cars. No one's in productions. No one's using oil. Oil's used for so many different things apart from cars as well, guys. Oil's not being used. The demand is the lowest it's probably been in years. This will have an astronomical effect on the market, guys. I really can see it coming down to this sort of level here. I really can. So that's my 2 cents on oil, guys. Let's look at CAD. As you know, CAD and oil quite interlinked, mainly because obviously Canada are heavily involved with oil, as they contribute towards 14% of the total oil exports. And obviously there are big discounts between the WTI and the Canadian crude prices. That's what makes the Canadian oil very desirable. Let's look at USD CAD. been milking these charts recently, would have been fantastic. But anyway, a couple of weeks ago, when we were in the knee deep in the shorts, or sorry, that was last week actually. We actually saw Canadian oil drop to $3.82 a barrel. 3.82. Can you even believe that? I mean, you can buy a pint cheaper than that. It's just absolutely stupid levels, guys. Absolutely stupid. And that took a 77% drop, which is just like I just feel for CAD. They're being really attacked a minute because their energy sector is one of their main parts of their GDP as well, and it's just getting absolutely attacked. So just from that, I can see CAD going down a lot further. And let's even talk. We got the CAD labour report, which is coming out this week as well, and that's just going to be so poor with what's going on with the world. So it's just not looking forward to. It's not looking good for CAD whatsoever. I mean, all demand, all-time lows, terrible labour and unemployment data, ongoing oil war, which obviously CAD's biggest exports. I mean, we're in a risk-off centre, but CAD is very risk-on as well. It's really not looking good for the CAD side. So, guys, I'm looking for some more CAD shorts. I'm going to keep you guys updated in my groups when I'm going to take these CAD shorts. But yeah, that's my two cents. I'm looking for a USD drop, an oil drop, and a Canadian drop, guys. And all together, we're going to see CAD drop the hardest, I think, guys. So maybe a nice CAD JPY shortcut coming soon. I'll keep you guys updated on that anyway. But safe training, guys. I'll keep you all updated. Let's do this. Let's get this.